Hi guys, welcome back to World Crowd Logistics TV. This is episode number 11. My name is Nigel.
And I'm Stephanie.
Today we'll be talking about two of the most commonly used trade terms when buying from foreign countries. To begin, we'll be providing a full breakdown of the responsibilities from the buyer and the seller. To begin, FOB. Steph, can you give me a breakdown, please?
Under FOB term, the supplier is responsible to, of course, manufacture the goods, and they have to pay for all of the origin charges, which include documentation, export license, handling fees, and CFS charges or port fees. They also have to arrange the delivery into the receiving warehouse or to the port in China. From there, the buyer is responsible to take over the ocean freight, any forwarding fees, any destination charges at the the destination country, as well as customs clearance, duties and taxes, and any warehouse charges that may apply from the freight forwarder that's handling their goods.
Alright guys, so now she explained FOB term. Now under EXW, pretty much keep it simple. The supplier is in charge of having the goods ready at his or her place of business so that you'll go ahead and pick it up. From there, all of the origin charges that my colleague previously mentioned are going to be covered by the buyer, as well as destination fees and all that, of course. But yeah, just switching it over from FOB to EXW. Alright guys, now that we have gone over the responsibilities between the buyer and the seller, it may seem that under FOB it may be cheaper and as well less responsibilities for the buyer. However, this is not always the case. You want to take three things into consideration when buying from your supplier. Number one, price per unit. You want to compare the price between FOB and EXW. As well, you guys want to compare the differences in shipping costs between FOB and EXW. And finally, but not least, the export license. Export license. You will have to ask your supplier to see if they have an export license. This license is required when exporting goods from foreign countries. As well, this fee depends and varies on the type of commodity you're planning to import. Right? Alright guys, now my colleague Stephanie, she's going to be giving an example of the differences between the shipping cost and the unit per price.
Okay, in this example, I'm going to be showing the difference between the unit and the shipping cost. So let's assume I'm buying 20,000 individual units of ballpoint pens. And the supplier offers me two prices. The first price is the FOB price at 20 cents a unit, and that total is $4,000. The second price is the EXW at 15 cents a unit, and that total is $3,000. The next number that you want to worry about is the shipping cost. You want to go ahead and turn to a freight forwarder, shop around. The same thing, you want to shop around with your supplier as well and just see who works best for you. Now I'm going to ask a freight forwarder what the shipping cost would be. So for FOB price, they're giving me $1,900. The EXW price, I'm getting $2,400. Once I grab the two totals, so the FOB total is $5,900 and EXW total is $5,400. So this number, the grand number, just includes the shipping and the unit cost. Okay. Once I've done my math, reviewed the FOB and the EXW pricing, just concluding the scenario, I would be better buying the goods at the under EXW term, since my unit price difference is $1,000 and my shipping cost difference is $500. That lower unit price is gonna cover for my additional shipping cost. Our explanation doesn't include any labor, packaging, printing, or miscellaneous fees that the supplier may charge. And ex-works term, it's not always going to be the best choice for every case, so we just recommend you to do your own calculations. Again, it's just an example to give you an idea of how to calculate the shipping and the unit cost. And as a freight forwarder, as we've mentioned before, we're able to provide both FOB and EXW shipping costs so that you may factor this number into your total. And, we hope it helps you get the profit margin that you're looking for, or just an overall total. And yeah. This concludes our explanation. Now let's head back to the video.
So now we will discuss frequently asked questions that we get either when we're doing a phone call with the customer or just email. And these questions are mainly about the differences between choosing FOB and EXW. So let's start with the first one. Our most popular one, which is, which option is best? As a freight forwarder, we're always going to tell the customer to choose whichever one benefits them the most. So we try to gear them into which option is best by telling them, look at the purchasing aspect and as well as the shipping aspect, right? Your price per unit under EXW terms will often be slightly cheaper, and you will have more accessibility of the cargo and the transportation from start to finish. The shipping costs will be higher as you have more responsibilities at origin. With FOB term, the supplier will usually include all origin charges into the final price per unit so they can make up for those, local fees. For the shipping costs, as a buyer, you're not responsible for any origin charges under FOB, which makes it an easier process for the buyer.
Yeah. So another question we frequently get as well is, which term is easiest to work with, and how will the freight forwarder be beneficial to you, right? So both terms are workable as long as the communication between the buyer and the supplier are there. As mentioned, we can handle any term negotiated between the. There should be no complications with using a freight forwarder because the freight forwarder will be responsible of handling all shipping process and fees overseas. The only thing is they will not handle direct payment to the supplier, correct?
Correct, yes. That's something we won't cover. I mean, not all freight forwarders work like us. But the last question that we're going to cover is, does the transit time change between FOB and EXW? The transit time depends on the port and the availability, right? Shipment availability. From major China ports, the average transit is between 14 to 16 days. For a full picture, we would say 30 to 32 days without any customs or weather delays. Now, the trade term does not really affect the transit unless there is a holiday rush and your supplier is not able to get the shipment ready or deliver it to the exporting warehouse or port. This is one of the things that is good about buying EXW is you have more control of the cargo, as we've mentioned earlier, right? If you use us and your term is EXW, we try our best to get that shipment straight into the, to the port or CFS station during holiday seasons or, Q4 in a timely manner. So to conclude, our best advice is just to always compare the terms, between FOB and EXW with your supplier and just see what costs work best for you.
All right, guys, so this statement ends our Q&A section. If you guys have any further questions or any comments, feel free to comment on the comment box below. Our contact info and email will be on the description box as well. Thank you guys for watching.
And of course, if you guys have any more video suggestions or anything that you guys would like us to cover about freight forwarding or shipping, do let us know. And this wraps everything. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Bye, guys.